And I know there's a great debate on what the correct top setting is. Some people say it's 90, some people say it's 85. Personally, I used to be in the 90 camp. I've since changed my mind and I'm in the 85 camp, but this one is at 90. So for those of you who think that it should be truly vertical at the top setting, you can rejoice. And speaking of overhead pressing, that is one of the benefits of this bench, the folding headrest. So you simply unscrew this little side knob, pull the pop pin, and then you can flip this down out of the way. And now it's a half back bench for overhead pressing and tricep extensions. And then we'll put a pin in that again. And one of the really nice things about this pad that I've not noticed in other benches, hadn't even really considered this before, there's a little bit of a bevel to it. As you get close to the edge, instead of having a hard edge, it just has that slight rounding to the pad. And it feels really nice, especially on the seat pad. However, one thing that does cause is, because there's a bevel with this pad and a bevel with this pad, it does make a little bit of a crater right here. And when I first put this thing together and I saw that gap, I was like, ooh, I am not gonna like that when I'm benching. And for the first couple of sets, I didn't, because my shoulders would hit right in that gap and I could feel it and I didn't like it. But surprisingly, as particular as I am about those sorts of things, after having used this bench for approximately 100 sets of bench or so, I stopped noticing it pretty quickly, actually. And it really doesn't bother me. The first couple of sets, I would be very careful with how I line myself up so that I wouldn't land my shoulders in the gap. But after that, I really just haven't noticed it for weeks and weeks now. So unless you're just super particular, I don't think you'll really notice it or care that much. And if you do think that it will bother you and you just would rather not have the gap from the head pad, do note that Kensui also sells an FID Bench Pro in addition to the FID Bench Max, and the Pro does not have the separate head pad. It's all one pad on the back pad.